yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Black, blue, six. Blue down. Green, triple C. Shit.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
36.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got him in, it's Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kareem Hunt. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Play fake, Winston. And he will find his man on the outside. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready. Black 25.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Go, go, go. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Wait.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check. Come on. Sunday. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jameis to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A give right side now to Hunt. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now Hill, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now they run with Mixon, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Black 25. Target.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete to John Ross. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. On first down, Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready. Black 25 behind. You got to get the ball. See, get the ball right here. Let's go.
On third down, Mixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This will be from 49 yards out. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here I come. Here I come.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He gets it to Baldwin. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Rip left. Tight dog.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Ravens 28.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return will stop right around the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 31 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time Keeps reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They go play action now. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. down, Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Winston. This one complete to Scott Miller. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them.
And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Flip it. Here we go.
Following the interception, Winston going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Bengals. 54 yards.
Check 3. Hey, stop. Easy. He's coming in motion. Hey.
Jameis now on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Mike 6. Hey, defense. Easy. Hey, check Mike.
To throw is Winston. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
First down, 10-yard line.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And a big one pass here as he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Gano the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw, being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down.
Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 5. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One last shot now for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the